Alrighty folks, we're back with another computer video. This one being of the iBook G3, or the Snow iBook, some people call them. Basically, this is the iBook that Apple came out with after they had the clamshell versions, like with the tangerine, the blueberry, and everything. This is the one they came out with after that. Basically, this one came out, I think, like early 2000s, like 2000, 2001-ish, around there. I got this at a not YouTube group, from a Facebook group that I'm a part of. The kid was selling it along with an IBM ThinkPad, I think he had. I wasn't really interested in that, because I don't really like ThinkPads. I mean, I do, but I just don't see a need for one. I'd rather have one of these, because I'm kind of collecting them. But he wanted like 35 bucks for it, so I thought that seemed like a pretty good deal. So I got it. Looking around the side here, we have some damage up here. You can see there's discoloration. Actually, I think the casing is cracked right there in that screw. If it will focus. Right there, you can kind of see it. It's a little dark below the screw. But oh well. You have a Kensington lock. You have a modem, a Ethernet port, FireWire 400, 2 USB, so this is dual USB model, mini DVI, an audio jack, and a little reset button right there. And you also have venting. Here's a little button to open it, which I'll get into a little bit. The hinge on this is very springy. It's like brand new almost. The PowerBook, you press this button and it doesn't do anything. This one, you'll see when I open it after. Let's just go on the side quick. You have the chargers, is original Apple charger. And then you have the DVD-ROM drive. It is a CD and DVD drive, so you can watch DVDs on it if you wanted to. But again, with the hinge, see, I just press this button here and the hinge pops right up, which is really good. It's a really tight hinge, which I'm actually pretty surprised on this being such an old system here. I think I was just messing around on this before, that's why all these things are open. So as you can see, the inside is not really that bad. I've seen worse. You see there's a little bit of wear marks right here. This is probably from someone clicking maybe. And this looks to be from the top cover there, like this bottom lip here of the top. It's like rubbing against it or something. And obviously the trackpad's all shiny. That's going to be seen on anything. So here is the desktop. As you can see, I really like the clownfish background. One of my favorite OS X backgrounds probably is the clownfish one. My second one would be either the leopard and snow leopard ones. So here we have basically just the desktop. I mean, there's nothing really different here besides the HD. So, I mean, we'll kind of go into the battery a little bit. The battery on this is, I don't know if it's screwed up or something, or if there's something wrong with it. It's probably just dead. But I noticed it will hold the charge. It will hold the charge overnight. But as soon as you start using it, the battery will go down to like 70 or something, and then it'll just drop to 0. So I don't know what's wrong with that. Actually, when I got it, the battery said it was fully charged. And then when I turned it on, the battery indicator was at 0. So I wonder if it just needs to calibrate or something. I'm not sure. So if you go to About This Mac, we can see the specs. It's running 10.4.11, which is Tiger. And it has a 600 MHz PowerPC G3 with 256 megabytes of SD RAM. The hard drive in here is, I don't think it's the original because it's only 10 gigabytes. And when you take off the keyboard, there's a little sticker right here that tells you the original specs that would have had. It has a 600 MHz PowerPC G3 with a 20 gigabyte hard drive and 128 gigabytes or megabytes of RAM. So someone upgraded it from its previous configuration. RAM, obviously that's understandable, but I don't know what happened to the hard drive. I thought maybe at first it would be partitioned or something with maybe OS X on it, but I'm going to have to try to dual boot into it or something like that if I can figure out how to do that. We can go into system preferences here. Not system preferences. What do I want to go into? Oh yeah, system profiler. It's pretty quick for what it is, I mean. The clock battery also is right, it is 10 o'clock. It is July 16th. So here's the hardware again. Go to the ATA. Gives you some information on the drive there. It's got a 9.37 gigabyte capacity. I thought Toshiba would have been the original drive that's in there, but I guess not, because it's not 20 gig. Unless it's partitioned, like I said. And there's the DVD drive right there, which is DVD-ROM. We'll see if it's rewritable or not. I don't know. I think it would be a combo drive. I'm not sure. I'm looking disk burning. It can burn CD, TAO, CD, SAO. So it's a CD rewritable. I don't think it can burn DVDs. Oh no, wait. Yep, CD write. So you can burn an RW. So that's it, really. Also, it is on my Wi-Fi, which I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't think the old airport card in here would support the Wi-Fi, but it does. You can hear the hard drive also. Pretty noisy. So, app-wise, we just have 10.4 Fox, Safari, iChat, and old version of iTunes. I think it's like iTunes 4 or something. I guess you can look in. Safari, it had Safari 3 on it when I first booted it up, but now it has like Safari. I think when I updated it, it had Safari, I want to say 4 or something. It was Safari 3, I'm pretty sure. So here's iTunes. This is iTunes 4. This is the old iTunes. I actually think iTunes 4 was one of the very first to be released for PC. You can look to the top here about iTunes. Yep, iTunes 4. 2000 to 2004. So this is iTunes. I mean, iTunes is iTunes. It doesn't change very much. The only thing I don't think you could do is probably iTunes Radio. Well, iTunes Radio, obviously not. And newer iPods, I don't think would be able to, this wouldn't recognize them. I think you can get up to like iTunes 7 on here or something, but I don't see the point in it because I already have a PowerBook, and I have a PC, and I have another Mac with iTunes on it already, so iTunes is not my biggest worry right now. If it will, I don't actually know if it'll download songs. You can go to the store and see if it'll even pull it up. Yeah, this is the really old iTunes store. I think I might need to update it. Yeah. So, it's not even rendering the store anymore. It's just saying 2015 Apple. I think it's like the bottom of the page. I wonder if it'll pick up a radio or not. It doesn't look like it wants to. Yep, I don't see it's not picking up anymore radio. So I guess if you want to use this iTunes, you probably have to just rip the music from a CD or something, which I do have, but if I want to do it, who knows. So this has pretty much been the iBook G3. It's a nice little computer. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I would like to put OS 9 on it, or maybe an older version of OS 10, like either Cheetah or Puma, maybe. But until then, I don't really know. I don't really want to wipe this hard drive. I do like Tiger. So I might keep Tiger on it and try to do it with a dual boot with OS 10, but I don't think 10 gigs would be enough for 2 copies of OS 10. I'm not sure how big the older ones are, but I have to look into it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and stay tuned, and I'll have more videos on this, and most likely the PowerBook. I'll have a RAM upgrade on this, and if I ever install or do a dual boot thing on this, I'll make a video on that too. So, be watching for that, and thanks.